A Dutch motorcyclist was captured in CCTV doing 137 kilometres an hour, that's 85 miles per hour for all you mile heads at home, on the A28 at Staphorst, Netherlands. Although the bike, its license plate, and the motorcyclist were clearly photographed, they were acquitted of the speeding charge. Why? One more time. A Dutch motorcyclist was captured in CCTV doing 137 kilometres an hour on the A28 at Staphorst, Netherlands. Although the bike, its license plate, and the motorcyclist were clearly photographed, they were acquitted of the speeding charge. Why?
I've got an idea.
Go for it.
Okay, we're talking the Netherlands, right?
We are.
It is a bicycle-loving nation. It is a bicycle-loving nation. He's a motorcyclist. We're on a highway. But I wonder if the bike is a pedal bike. And it's tagged, and old mate is just pedaling his way up to 120 Ks.
I was picturing something similar.
Yeah.
We called him a motorcyclist. I pictured, just because he identifies as a motorcyclist, maybe he was beside the motorcycle and just running really fast.
I was going to say it was just a really long downhill, but it's the Netherlands. No, it wasn't.
No.
There's a group that build these incredibly fast human-powered vehicles, and they go and race them in a place called Battle Mountain in Nevada where the air is really light. And these things are absolute bubble, like you're enclosed in it. And the top speed they're reaching is about these numbers, like just powered by their legs. It's an absolute...
Okay. I stand by my response then.
But that means on a highway in the Netherlands.
No, you'd have to kind of close that down and get some good backwinds.
You said acquitted. It's not like someone just threw the ticket out or something like this. It's not like someone went, oh, that's an obvious mistake.
No, that's interesting. I wondered, I was just saying, oh, it's royalty, clearly. You're not going to charge royalty, but yeah, acquitted. Sounds like they got a little bit into the process.
Yes, you are right. They did get a little bit into the process.
Was it a ticket issued in error? Like, there's occasional times when police cars, ambulances, things like that will get a ticket because they are going at that speed, and then later on someone has to go, oh, you had the blue lights going, it was fine. But that will be figured out early. It's not like it would go into the process. Someone had to figure out that this was either legal or he got off on a technicality.
Yes, it is not like it was a cop during a chase or they were the royals of the Netherlands. This person, in other circumstances, could easily have received a speeding ticket for doing the same sort of thing.
Do you reckon the road was closed or impeded in some way that meant there was no one else around? It was just this person?
Quite famously, there was the guy in the UK during lockdown who, for legal reasons, absolutely did not set the record for going from one tip of the country to the other, the John O'Groats to Land's End run, has made it very clear in interviews he absolutely did not somehow get past all those speed cameras and genuinely did not do an average speed of 3 digits all the way while the roads were quiet. Just some very specific denials there.
So do we reckon that he did it and got acquitted for some reason, or there was an error and it didn't play out the way that it was?
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that guy, because that went to court. That he was very nearly sent down for dangerous driving and was acquitted by a jury. Stupid answer. The bike was on a trailer. It was just the automated system picked up the license plate on the back of and it should have gone to the driver. The bike was just on the back of it.
The idea of like who the driver is and who all that sort of stuff is the right sort of technicalities to be thinking about.
Okay.
The bicycle and the cyclist or the motorcyclist, they're the only two people or the only two things in the picture.
Okay, so it's not like he was in the sidecar and he'd quickly swap places with his dog or something. So, no, the dog was driving, not me.
Weirdly, you're kind of getting even closer.
Okay.
There's no dog though.
I mean, it couldn't have been something like a legal road race because, again, it wouldn't have got to that point.
Or testing a road at high speed or anything like that. Yeah.
And they turned the cameras off for that.
Is it some sort of claim that he wasn't in control of it, that he wasn't driving this motorcycle as it did the mistake?
Yes, yeah. And how might that look in a photo? Because they have a photo. they have, look, you were registered 137. Here's a photo. The bike's in it. You're in it. You're doing 137.
He'd just been hit by a car from behind and had been catapulted forwards.
Yeah.
And that was a really bad timing on the speed camera.
I mean, you're pretty close. There was no other car, but yes, it was pretty bad timing on the speed camera.
Did he get thrown off a train?
Not thrown off a train.
Mate.
What? Possible.
How could he possibly claim that he was not riding or driving the bike in that moment?
He had his hands off the throttle.
Not just his hands.
Oh.
He was in the air?
He was mildly airborne?
He was thrown from the bike as the bike had basically mid-crash. And in doing so, was able to successfully argue, at the time of you have no photo of me riding this bicycle. Sure, the bike was going 137. Sure, I was going at 137. But I was not on the bike, and so you cannot charge. There is no photo of me driving this bicycle too fast. Or
So
this
just to
motorbike too
confirm,
fast.
this is not legal advice that if you're getting snapped by a speed camera to just jump out your car at that moment and be like, not touching it.
It could be. It could be. I would say that this is Tom Scott's official legal advice.
I'd feel safer with the sleepwalking defense or the sleep cycling defense.
So yes, in the Netherlands, a motorcyclist avoided a ticket because at the time the photo was taken, he had fallen off the bike, so he was not technically riding it.
The Lateral book is out now. Just click on the link to get your copy.